Now let's see if this works the way it's supposed to. It did not work the way
I'm
it's
on the
supposed to.
I'm on the stream right now. I don't see it starting.
Yeah, I got nothing.
Oh, I got something. Yeah. Checking. 1, 2, 3. I can only hear your voice.
Yeah, we're gonna have to work that thing.
Actually, it's only your voice, I think.
Is it? God damn it.
Actually, I think your voice is gone too.
No, I hear it. It's going.
Oh, yep. Yeah, it's only his.
Oh, shit. Alright. And then, of course, I forgot to, Ooh, it's screeching. Somebody's screeching.
Yeah, bear.
Oh.
What?
Somebody's screeching.
Someone's
I
acting
wasn't
really
doing
bad.
nothing.
It might be me, it might be me. Hold on, wait. Let's figure it out. It might be me.
Hi, my flock. How are you? Alright. So, I think we got, what? We got everybody except for Ren, right? Yeah.
What is that?
Or Ren and... Who else is missing? Is it Fox in? Fox isn't in here. Yeah. We're missing Ren and Fox. Or, yeah.
Hey, I'm here.
Oh, are you here?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm sorry, I'm just muted.
Yeah,
Kids.
he's
Oh,
here.
I didn't scroll down. Okay, so we are missing only Ren. Alright. So when we do it for real, we will have Ren with us. This is just a test stream to see if everything works properly. To make sure that everything's going right. And it seems that everything's going right. I don't know, everybody say hi. Introduce yourselves. Hello.
Hello. I'm Rex Fox.
Hi.
And I'm a tech. I don't really know what else to say.
Yeah, there you go. Alright, that's good enough. I just need to get a sound check from everybody to make sure I can hear them. Ducky, say hi.
Hello, I'm here.
Alright, Ducky's there. Bear.
Hello.
Bear's here.
Hey,
11 is here.
that picture is oddly specific.
So everybody but Ren, because Ren needs to know in advance when he needs to stay up, because right now is midnight for Ren. So, and we got to get days right for him.
Oof.
But yeah, whenever we do this, we will all be here Thursday nights at 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, just like this right now. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't know. Do you guys have anything you want to talk? Oh, you know what I want to talk about? Who here knows anything about One Punch Man?
I have watched a bit in my day.
All right.
Yeah, I know a bit.
Who knows about Fist of the North Star?
I've
seen that as well.
That, and then I didn't because it's old man stuff.
You should.
It's old man stuff?
I'm just dicking around now.
Speak up when you're
no,
insulting
but
me.
I turned my mic down too, but it didn't look interesting to me, and it seemed long, so I didn't want to spend the time.
Dude, it's a great show. It's a really, really, really good show. Kenshiro, you know, his power, all he needs to do is touch somebody, and then they kind of blow up from the inside.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think that Saitama has ever faced anybody that has that kind of power. And I don't know how he would stand up to that, because it's not really damage per se. He's not doing damage. He's hitting pressure points. He's just got to touch him. Like, he really just has to make the faintest of touch on him.
Right. How fast is that guy?
Kenshiro?
Yeah, that's the
Very
thing.
fast.
He's not faster than Saitama though.
He isn't?
Right,
No,
yeah,
not even
Saitama is
close.
kind of in the same way
Yeah,
with his
so
strength that he's like really fast
then if he
and
wouldn't be
really
able to
good with
dodge him, then it
suplex.
really wouldn't matter then. But I mean, I don't
Right.
know.
Yeah, it's kind of a moot point at that point.
It could be it could be a double thing. They could both hit each other. I don't know. Like
Although
that's where the thing comes then. If he can't dodge, I
Saitama
thought he was
is
faster.
notorious for letting people hit him.
See, that's another thing. So is
Mm.
Kenshiro. Like
Yeah.
Ken don't mind getting hit either. Like so. Yeah, that's another thing. Which one of them would take the serious shot first? They both like to fuck with their people.
I think Saitama would.
Yeah, like I don't know, cause yeah, Kenshiro doesn't really. He's kind of like a last resort type of guy with that shit. He doesn't generally open with it unless he's just like, unless he was just dismissive of him. I mean, and you never know. He might see him in his fucking goofy yellow outfit with red gloves and boots, and he might just be like, boop, right on his head as he walks by, and just be like, get out of my way. You never know. Like both of the characters. I mean, I've never watched One Punch Man, so I've got a general gist of how his attitude
Dude, I thought you were
is.
gonna say you were gonna watch it, man.
From what I'm waiting for it to go on sale. I don't want to pay $30 this season.
You don't
And I
have
would like to
the
support
network?
it.
$30.
Watch it on Hulu.
I know. I don't have Hulu. I don't have any of that shit. I have other means. But I
Fine.
want to support the show. You know what
Well,
I mean?
then buy it later.
Fair enough.
Well, I'm waiting for it to go on sale.
But you can have it now and
But if
then buy it on
Listen.
sale.
Listen.
See, he's
I
waiting
know.
for he's got it wants it on sale because he doesn't want to completely support
Exactly.
it a little bit.
Exactly. And I don't, because if I just watch it, then what the fuck am I going to buy it for? You know what I mean? Like if I go that route with it, I won't bother because I'll have already seen it. And I won't fucking care. And if I want to watch it again, I'll just use the same means I did the first time. Like,
Yeah, fair enough.
so yeah, I want to support the show. So but I don't want to pay $60 for all the episodes. I'll pay
Yeah.
half price or whatever it is they want it, because they do an anime sale on Xbox like every fucking month. Like it's a thing, the month's anime sale, and I missed it in the last one. But like One Punch Man was in there last sale. I'm sure it'll be in the next one. That's how I got all the seasons of Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball Super and all that, because they were on sale. They like the seasons of Dragon Ball Z were on sale for like, I want to say $9 each or something like that, and Dragon Ball Super was on sale for 13 a season. So I mean that's
I don't know.
extremely cheap. So I was all about that. And then my credit card, like halfway through buying Dragon Ball Super, my credit card company shut my shit down, and I had to call them and be like, no, it's me. And I was talking to the dude, and he's like, well, we just wanted to make sure because it was a lot of, orders stacked on top of each other. And I'm like, well, dude, they have a sale on Xbox for all the seasons of Dragon Ball Z. What do you expect? And he just started laughing. He's like, well, that makes sense then. And I'm like, yeah, for some stupid reason, you have to buy them individually. Why don't they just do a box set? And he's like, I don't know. And I'm like, I know, it's bullshit, right? He's like, yeah. He's like, I'll get you turned back on. I'm like, thank you.
I mean, I guess that's good because I mean, you hear all those horror stories about kids
Oh, yeah.
going and buying.
Yeah. Yep. Dude, there was one time when I went to Pensick. It's a gathering of kind of medieval group of people, but it comes from kind of all over the country. So I ate food at a place where they rung me up technically in like Kentucky. And then I went over to another booth and bought something from technically Iowa. And then I went over to another booth and bought something from Ohio. And then they shut my shit down. And when I called them, they were like, well, you bought things from 3 different states in like an hour. Then I had to explain to them, well, see, I had people from 3 different states.
I was in
selling
3 different
shit.
states
Yeah.
in an hour.
Yep. And they were like, oh, okay. So then the next year, I called them in advance. I said, I have pants on. I called them in advance, and I was like, I'm going to be going on vacation, and I'm going to be buying things from all manner of different places across the country, within minutes of each other. So don't shut my shit down. And they're like, okay. So, yeah. So what do you think of the setup? Do you guys like the pictures? I mean, if one of you guys want to use video, we'll replace the picture with the video. I'll probably still keep like the little class thing in there because I like that. But
Well, the picture you got from me looks almost exactly like me.
who is that? I haven't learned you guys by your voices yet.
Beard Bear.
Bear? That does?
Beard Bear.
See, and I'll tell you this.
Yeah.
When I was picking the pictures for you guys, you were the only one that I saw that dude and was like, oh, well, that's Bear. Because I was like, this is perfect looking. In my mind, that's the way I imagined you. So I was like, well, that's my dude right there.
There
So
you go.
I grabbed that one
Yeah.
specifically for you. Were the
And
only
my beard's
one.
about 6 inches longer, but that's it.
Oh, well, I think I But yeah, like you were the only one that when I saw the picture, I was like, well, that's the person. Everybody else, I kind of grabbed a whole bunch of pictures, and I was like, well, that's a cool looking picture, and I used that one. You know, like I just kind of picked the ones that I thought
Yeah.
were coolest looking. I think Ducky's is the picture from one of the books. I think his is the main source book. Yeah, let me grab it.
Yeah, I think so.
Cyberpunk
Oh.
Red, I think.
No, it's the Jumpstart. The Jumpstart book. That's Ducky. And then
Where
Rex
did mine come
Fox,
from? Yeah.
you are, I guess they're going to be making an anime
Ooh.
for Cyberpunk, and your picture is the advertisement picture for the anime.
Very nice.
I guess that's the anime character. And
Hot
11
damn.
fucking, I don't even know where the hell your shit came from. And Bear and Bren are both from, pictures from the game. Just random characters from the game. I don't really know exactly who you are, Bear. I've never killed you in the game, but Ren I have killed many times. He's a tiger class.
Is it worth getting 2077?
Oh yeah, I think so. I think it's a great game.
I think so too.
I think it's an
personally, I'm
amazingly
not
good
playing
game.
it right now, but yes, it's great.
Yeah, like the story's really deep if you decide to actually pay attention to it. Like all the people that are like, it's a fucking shallow storyline. I'm like, how much of it did you play? Because Jesus Christ, like, I thought it was pretty fucking deep. Like you get into, like if you're willing to look at it from the prospect of what it is, as opposed to just watching the pretty pictures. You know what I mean?
I haven't ran into many glitches either. I mean, I've ran into some funny glitches.
Yeah. There's a lot of glitches. That's really the only big thing with it. It's still.
I haven't ran into many. I got into a car and the car drove away. I was still sitting in the ground.
Just standing there.
There's weird clipping problems with cars. Like sometimes you'll get out of a car and it'll be like you're ducking, but you didn't choose to duck. You're just ducking because you were in the fucking car. It happens most whenever you're leaving a car and going into like a conversation with somebody. There's one part where you talk to one character and you get out of a car and then talk to them and you're ducking the whole time because you can't stand up because if you press B, which is the stand up duck button, then it fast forwards through the dialogue one line. So you can't stand up. You just got to sit there
obnoxious.
and like talk to them down low and like they're looking down on you and you're like looking up at them. And then at one point it's really funny because the dude hands you something and when he hands it to you, you stand up. But then when you take it, you kneel back down. So there's a lot of weird shit like that, little graphical glitches.
I heard the cigarettes.
Yeah,
Get
the cigarettes is a really weird little graphical glitch. It takes a lot. It's a lot for it to process, and like on Xbox and PlayStation, they aren't as fast of a processor as a high tech, really good recent computer, which is what they made the game for.
Right.
So,
See, that's what I got a question about.
Yeah.
Because I don't have the only way that I can play that game currently is either on like Game Pass or Stadia. And I don't know how well that runs.
Game Pass is an Xbox Game Pass, or is Game Pass something else that you're talking about?
So they do. It's streaming. So
it's that
yeah.
thing where you play on somebody else's PC essentially.
Well, it's where you like I can play on my phone, and then but all the processing and everything else is done on their servers.
Yeah, that would probably be one of
Gotcha.
the better ways to play it because they're going to have a much higher powered PC, so they'll be able to run it probably with full
Especially at the
everything.
start, that was the way to go.
So yeah, it just kills me because my phone actually has like a better processor and more memory than any of my computers or my Xbox or
Yeah,
anything like
I mean, there you go. Like, that would probably be the best way to play it on somebody else's really fucking nice, really nice system because, you know, either you're going to have
Yep.
to build a system that's going to be able to handle it at the highest settings if you really want to play it at the highest settings, or you're going to have to deal with it being kind of running like shit. But I would imagine if they're doing it like that, they probably have pretty good equipment. So
I
it'll
mean, it should
probably
be
run
servers.
pretty well.
Yeah.
What's that?
I mean, it should be servers, like actual, basically commercial grade equipment versus.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I guess it all just going to really depend on my internet connection, which is
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
touchy.
What? Somebody, it sounded like somebody said, Yeah, I mean,
Not me.
that sounds like that would probably be the best way to do it. Just playing it off somebody else's really nice PC and just streaming it to you.
Yeah, I might do that. I don't know. I was going to kind of wait till the price came down a little bit, but shit, it may have.
It might have, I don't know. It might be one of those things where they're going to be like, no, fuck you, it's a $60 game. Because,
Yeah.
you know, it is a $60 game. I'm sure they'll have sales for it at some point or another. Steam has sales on everything all the time. Xbox and all, and they all have sales constantly.
It's just
So-
if Game Pass or Stadia or whoever I can get it through. I think Stadia. I don't know if Game Pass has it. I know Stadia does.
Well, I think one of those services you can play like your Steam games through it. Or I know there's a service
Isn't
like
it
that.
Stadia?
I don't know exactly because I don't use either of them, but I saw it. One of the gamer tubers I watch, he did an advertisement for it, and he said that you could play Steam games through it, and I was like, "Wow, that sounds kind of cool."
Yeah, that would be if I could play like Civ 5 on my phone. That'd be badass.
I was thinking about it for running like my VR games through, but then I was like, well, my PC runs my VR games just fine. So,
Yeah.
like, I think my computer might be able to run it pretty well. My computer would definitely be able to run it better than my Xbox easily. My computer is way more powerful than my Xbox, but my Xbox still. I mean, I've only ever played it on Xbox, and I've put 400 hours into it. So,
Is it which Xbox?
I have one of the S or X. I don't remember. I bought it refurbished because I only ever buy them refurbished because it's retarded to buy them new because why? So the refurbished ones work perfectly.
To support Microsoft.
Yeah, sure. Every refurbished system I've ever got works just fine and has worked for years. Like this is the second Xbox One that I've had to get though. My other Xbox One took a shit, but that was because of power outage. Power outage blew out the whole fucking thing.
But it runs on Xbox One?
Yeah.
Shit.
I mean, like I said, it's either an S or an X. I don't remember, but yeah, I think it runs fine enough. Like they've played with things to bring down the processing speed. So in some areas of the city where you would expect there to be a lot of people, there's nobody on the streets because that way it doesn't have to, process a whole bunch of people, and it brings in the detail of the buildings faster. So that's kind of been their what are we gonna fucking do type of thing. I guess we could do this,
sense.
So it's like it either ruins immersion because it takes a long time for it to load and people have funny blobby faces for a while and everything's kind of out of focus, or it destroys immersion because you're like, well, it's fucking high noon and I'm in a huge city and there's 5 people on the street.
It's
It all
COVID.
depends on what you'd notice more, I guess. So, yeah.
Oh yeah, COVID. Forgot.
But
I don't know. Oh, so now I got to decide whether I get it for Xbox One or try it out on Stadia.
that is a choice that only you can make, my friend.
Yeah, and I won't have time
Which
to
would
do
you
either
be
one.
more likely to play?
Probably on Stadia.
Well, then there you
But-
go.
Yeah, true.
Problem solved.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's an easy
I
problem
wonder-
to solve.
Yeah, I guess it just.
What
I
do
wonder
you
if they.
use Because I wouldn't buy it on PlayStation. Fuck no. I almost never play my PlayStation. I've got 5 games for my PlayStation because they're PlayStation only games. It's the only place I can play. It's the only reason I got a PlayStation was for Spider-Man. And then I got that Horizons game because it looked cool. And then I got Shadows of the Colossus because it's Shadows of the Colossus. And
it is cool.
I think that's it. Like I think those are the only games I have for it. I got 3 games. Like I want to play that Death Stranded. I don't know where is that only on PC or only on or PlayStation? Because it ain't on fucking Xbox. I know that. That game with what's his face from Walking Dead.
Yeah, Norman Reedus.
Rick Grimes or Norman Reedus?
Norman Reedus. That game, the Death Stranded. That game where he's got like a baby in his belly or whatever. I want to play that, but I can't. It's not on Xbox, and I have no fucking clue what it's on. So I might get another PlayStation game. I kind of want to get the Final Fantasy VII remake. That looks the tits. But they only have one part of it out right now, so I don't care.
I've never played a Final
I will be fucked if I'm going to buy fucking full price 4 different separate part games. Fuck that. I'll wait until they're all released and they come out in a collection, and then I'll buy the whole game. I know how to do this trick. I've been there before. I fell for the .hack trick where they said we're going to break it up into 4 games. And I was like, sweet. Really, it could have been 1 game. But man, nowadays it would be 1 game.
Yeah, I guess now with games being like 3,000 gig.
Yeah, 3,000 gig. That's a big one. That's what, 3 terabytes? That's a big game.
A little under, yeah.
Holy shit. I'm thinking back is the biggest game. I think Ark is the biggest game I have on my Xbox, and it's like 150 gigs. And that's Ark is, Ark is, there's the core game that has 5 different worlds you can play on. And then it had 3 different worlds you could play on, and then there was 2 more expansions, and then they put in like 3 more expansion worlds, or they're putting in 3 more expansion worlds. They put in like 2 more, and each world is about the size of like an Assassin's Creed game.
Damn.
They are massive.
Damn.
Yeah. And
is it good?
Oh, it's really good. It's a survival game, but you get to tame dinosaurs.
Hell
Like, you're
yeah.
essentially playing a survival game where you wake up on Dinosaur fucking Island. It's like you got to run around and survive, and you build houses and shit like that. You can build some really neat stuff. I've built some pretty fun stuff. And like you tame dinosaurs.
Can you fly pterodactyls?
Oh yeah.
Kind of like 7 Days to Die.
Fuck yeah.
Yep. Like 7 Days to Die, but with dinosaurs instead of zombies. Like you can get a T-Rex.
That sounds cool.
And you can fucking knock it out, and then you feed it meat. And then it becomes your friend. And then you have a T-Rex, and you can put a saddle on it, and you can ride it, and then you can eat people.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, yeah. And they've got some ridiculous dinosaurs, too. And they've got monsters and shit. Like, there's maps where they have griffins and stuff like that. There's maps where they have wyverns. They have, like, centipedes. Like, giant fucking centipedes. Huge, massive centipedes. And all of the different worlds are kind of themed in one way or another. Like, the main world is called the island, and it's just a bunch of islands. And there's, little different biomes. Like, in the north, there's a snow biome, and there's, a little desert biome to the east, and there's kind of like a Keys biome to the west, and a little island biome in the south, and there's a redwood forest, and shit like that. And then, essentially, the way it goes is you play through that island, and you beat all the bosses of that island, and then you move on to the next arc. And the next arc is entirely desert. It's all desert. And you have to now survive in the harsh environments of desert. And they give you like different desert gear that you can now create and stuff like that. And then the next arc after that, it's all underground. If you go up to the surface during the day, it's like, has anybody seen Chronicles of Riddick?
Oh yeah.
Remember
Yes.
Crematoria? Yeah, it's crematoria during the day up there. But at night, you can go up there and fuck around and fight the monsters that are up there and find things and stuff like that. But as soon as it starts to become day, you got to get your ass underground again, or you're going to die, because it will blast you to hell. So the game primarily takes place underground. and it's got like 3 different levels of underground. There's the green area, the blue area, and then the red area. And when you get into the red area, that's where all the fun rock drakes are, like the really cool things to tame. But you don't really tame them. You have to find their eggs, and you have to steal their eggs and take them back to your house and then hatch the egg, and that's how you get a rock drake. But it's in the red area, it's entirely irradiated. So you have to get radiation suits to go down there and figure out ways to survive. And you have to have a mount to go down there because everything will kill you in 1 or 2 hits because it's all rock drakes down there or other nasty, nasty things. And so you have to find a mount that can deal with the radiation, get down there, and then you have to climb up to where the eggs are. And yeah, dude, it's a lot of fun. And then you go into the next arc. It's like all the other arcs are kind of colliding almost. Or it's kind of like, it's almost like in the center of that arc, it is like almost kind of like an operation type of thing. Like it's a very rundown building type of area. And outside of the main area, into the center of the area, you get into like all the other arcs. Like there's an arc that's all underground. Like there's a portion of that arc that's all underground. You have to go underground to get into the area that it is. And then there's another part of it where it's all desert up there. And then there's another part of it where it's all like lava and volcanoes and shit like that. And yeah, so I mean it's a really, really fun game. I put hundreds of hours into that game too.
Shit. Yeah, I can play it for, well, not free, but for Game Pass.
Yeah.
Might do that because it's 133 gig.
Yeah.
Hell.
Yeah, 133 gigs. It's a big game. Big game. That's the biggest game I can think of. Not counting like Guitar Hero, if you've got terabytes worth of songs that you've downloaded. Guitar Hero can get up there too. I think my Guitar Hero is up to like 200 gigs, shit like that.
Jeez. You think they'll ever make another one of those?
I don't know. I hope so, because I don't have a guitar anymore. And I love playing those games. Those are a lot of fun.
I was so bad at them. I couldn't do it.
I could play it on normal. Fuck you.
Nah, that was my shit, guys. I played it on hard.
See, I could play like actual songs like on bass guitar that I just couldn't
so
do.
yeah,
I
you're
could
not
not
gonna be
do
good
them.
at it ever.
Oh, it's terrible.
Yeah, a buddy of mine played guitar, and then he wanted to play Guitar Hero, and he's like, I can't play it. He's like, because I keep wanting to move my hand, and I can't play it. And I'm like, yeah.
Well, and then I found it was like harder to do on the easier levels because like I would just instinctually like strum notes that were there, but that it didn't have because it was on easy.
Yeah, he had to play it on hard to even be able to play it at all, really. And he still was like, I keep trying to move my hand up the neck or up and down the neck, and I'm like, yeah, you can't do that. And like,
well, didn't they make like a different version where it actually had like a real guitar?
They did. It was called
Rock Band?
Rock Band. Pro shit.
It was Rock
Pro
something
guitar?
or other, like Rock Star.
Yeah,
or something
Rock
like
Band
that.
Pro Guitar. And then they also had I can't remember. And then there's a different spin-off game which was essentially the same thing. You plug in a real guitar and you play the game that way.
It had a white cover and it was Rock something or another. No, it wasn't Rock Band. Rock Band was the same as Guitar Hero. Except
Rock Band didn't have that option.
I actually like Rock Band more.
Well, it was cool. You could do all the different instruments and shit.
Yeah.
I was going to say, Rock Band, you could play the drums, couldn't you?
Yeah. I still only play guitar.
Guitar
But,
Hero
well, sometimes I would sing.
Did have like
back when I could sing.
They brought in drums.
Well, if you put it on easy, you could literally just put a fan in front of a microphone, and it would count that.
Yeah, a buddy of mine did that with the Beatles. Because he was a huge achievement hunter. He got that whatever the fuck that was called, where like you would send out for games and they would mail you the game and you give it back to him whenever the hell you wanted that thing. He had that. Yeah. So he would just get games constantly just to grind achievements out of them, and then he'd send them back. He didn't care about actually playing the game. He just wanted achievements.
Like GameFly.
GameFly. And,
I think Blockbuster did that for a minute too.
Yeah, when Blockbuster was around, they were doing that too. But
missed Blockbuster.
Yeah. But so he did that with the Beatles. He got 3 microphones and just set them all in front of a fan. And that was how he got all of the achievements for having 3 people singing.
There you go.
I was like, you're a fucking weirdo.
That is weird. I don't know anybody who's like. Do you even know anybody who's been like who's ever even bragged about their gamer score? Like I don't.
Oh, he did. His gamer score was like 300 something, 300,000 some shit. I'm like, well, fuck me. I think at the time I was at like 75 or something like that. I'm like, wow. I did say at one point I wanted my gamer score to be put on my gravestone. And I also wanted it to say loading, please wait. Or like respawning or something like that. But yeah, that's dedication. We're having jelly beans today.
Hey.
In case anybody was wondering. Because I'm going to have some jelly beans because I'm a little hungry.
I'm not sure this is going to make you any less hungry, though.
I don't know if that's a good dinner for you.
It's not good dinner. But I haven't eaten yet till I came home and just started working on this. It's what I do. I get off work, and I immediately come home and start working again. And then when I'm done working, I go, oh shit, I haven't eaten it. It's 9 o'clock. And then I eat jelly beans. I think I'm going to wear my best president ever pin.
Your what?
From now on. My best president ever pin.
Oh, okay. All I heard was jelly beans.
Jelly beans. I like beans. Yeah, I went to the gas station today to get cigarettes, and I got jelly beans and candy corn.
That's a half a good decision.
Dude, fuck everybody. I love candy corn. You can all suck my dick.
It's disgusting.
I like candy corn too. I have to admit, candy corn is good.
Disgusting.
I will give one concession, and that is that the candy pumpkins are pretty damn good.
Candy pumpkins are amazing. Love candy pumpkins.
Some heretic shit right here.
Candy corn's good. Dude, it's all just compacted sugar. You know that, right?
Yeah.
Like, it's just sugar.
Oh, yeah.
If you don't like candy corn, then you don't like compacted sugar, which means you don't like jelly beans, and you don't like anything else, because that's all just compacted sugar, too.
Well, hold on. There's a texture discussion.
Yeah.
What is wrong with the texture?
There's texture, flavor.
Candy corn's kind of like...
Other than it tastes like sand?
Sugar.
Yeah, waxy sand.
Yeah. Whereas, jelly beans are jelly-y.
Smooth.
The flavor's still different, though.
True.
I bet if you
and jelly beans have flavors,
corn, then it would be jelly inside.
Yeah, but like at least with jelly beans, you got different flavored jelly beans.
What's that?
I was just saying, with jelly beans, you can have different flavored jelly beans, whereas the candy corn's just sugar.
Yeah, that's the flavor of it, sugar.
Sugar tastes better than candy corn.
Yeah.
And like, there's a difference. Like, even candy corn tastes better than like those.
Fuck this.
What are
I
those?
ain't gaming with you assholes. Wait. Who was it that said they liked candy corn? Was that you, Bear?
No, that was me. I said I like.
No, that was not me.
Yeah. Well, whoever the fuck it was, I love it. Who was
that?
That
was me,
oh, that
Ducky.
was me. Okay, who's
me? It was me, Ducky. I said
it. Whoever that is, you're still in the game. Everybody else, your character just died.
Oh.
Candy corn allergy. Fuck you.
Candy corn allergy. Nice. You're allergic to sugar.
Yeah, it shorted out all your fucking cyberware. But whoever it was that's still in the game, you found out that you've got new powers.
That was me, Ducky.
Ducky.
What, sugar
I
rush?
like candy corn.
Ducky.
I like candy corn.
Ducky, you now no longer take damage and you can kill anybody in one punch.
Damn.
That's what happens when you eat candy corn. Everybody else has an allergic reaction. Their throats swell up, they choke on their tongues and die. You want me to roll for it? Make sure.
Yeah.
If you were to try to defeat One Punch Man, I mean, would your only option be just to like get him as far away from you as possible? It's like if you just send him out into space.
You just asked him a difficult question. He's dumb as rocks.
See, I don't really know his capabilities. Does he survive in space?
Yes.
My flock loves candy corn. My flock, you can play with us. Does he go in space and shit like that? I don't know.
Yeah, he's kicked up to the moon. He jumps back.
So then sending him into space wouldn't do shit.
Well, I mean, if you send him into space, just where he can't jump off it.
Yeah, he was only up there for like three seconds.
Just send him hurtling into the sun.
Or just out into space. Just
Well, I do know that his punch has a force to it. Like it's not like he has to actually hit you with his fist. He can just kind of punch at you. And I've seen him blow people up. Or I haven't seen it, but I mean I've seen like clips, stills of it, where it looks like he's really far away from somebody and he's still punching them in half. So I don't know what's actually going on there, but it looks like he's got a ranged attack with his fist.
Right, but if he's out in space and there's just nothing around, he can't push off anything, and he'll just keep floating out there.
It would be one of those it's an anime, so it would be one of those things where he would turn his ass towards Earth and then punch, and then he'd just go back towards Earth. You know what I mean? Like, it's an anime fucking thing, so...
Yeah, good point.
That's what he's gonna do.
Actually, that show would probably just have him farts or something.
Yeah, something like that. He'll fart and, woo, I'm going back.
So you gotta get a real good spin on him, is what you're saying.
I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think he's pretty much unbeatable because, like, his superpowers are he doesn't take damage and he can kill people in one punch.
Well, yeah, and the entire point of the show is
like he's if a 5-year-old
depressed.
came up with powers, that's what they'd want. I don't want to ever take any damage, and I want to beat people in one punch.
Right.
So, like,
Yeah, and I mean the whole show is based off of the fact that he's just super overpowered, but depressed that like he has no challenges.
Yeah.
Yeah, depressed of his overpoweredness.
Right.
Dude, I still think it's the funniest goddamn thing in the world. That somebody that people argue is the most powerful being in all of fucking everything. And he's a fucking C-class, he's a low-rank C-class fucking hero because he got a 71% on the written exam. Why the fuck is there a written exam for being a superhero? And why does it make that much of a difference in your score that you could fail the written exam and then not be a superhero even though you're breaking records in, the superhero shit?
Every record, yeah.
Like, so...
If I'm not mistaken, there's a character in there who has no superpowers. All he does is ride a bike, and he's
King?
like the same class or something.
No, King. I think King.
No, Mooman Rider.
Yeah, that's the one.
Mooman Rider's the bike guy.
Oh,
yeah.
Well, isn't there a guy with a scar on his eye, like King, and he just took credit for all of Saitama's stuff that he did before he actually got registered as a hero, and like he's an S-class hero, isn't he?
He still takes credit for it. Yeah, he still takes credit for it.
And like, doesn't he like not have powers?
No, I actually think he does. I think his powers are luck, and if you ever see JoJo's Bizarre Adventures, Saitama is his stand.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah, that makes sense. Because he does always kind of jump in. Like, that is something I got from the synopsis.
Always there to save him.
Yeah. So he's long shot. I like that. I like long shot. His superpowers are amazing. He's extremely lucky and he has hollow bones.
What does hollow bones get you?
Really.
Hollow bones. He's very, very light. He can fly, and he's extremely agile because of it. And he can't fly, but he can like fly through the air. Like he's very light. It's like birds have hollow bones. He has hollow bones too, so it makes him far less.
How much do our bones weigh? Because I don't feel like that's that much of our body mass.
Pretty decent bulk, I believe. How much?
It depends if you're big boned.
We can Google that. I guess big boned is not actually a thing. I don't know.
No.
That's what I heard.
Yeah, if you ever look at x-rays of morbidly obese people, it's pretty obvious.
How much?
Hey, I like to think I'm big boned, okay?
Oh, I do too, but...
All right. Total bone weight depends on how much the person's entire body weighs. Bones make up about 15% of a person's total body weight. For example, the bones of a person weighing 100 pounds would weigh about 15 pounds. So I guess not much.
Yeah,
But,
if I was 15% lighter, I would still fall like a rock.
Well, I mean
shit, I was 15-pound lighter when I fell off that ladder, so...
He would be like 10%. Or something, because it's the total weight of bones is 15%, so he still has bones.
Right.
They're just hollow, so it'd be like 10 or 5% of his body weight would be his bones.
Now, are they full of helium?
No, he's an alien, dude. That's fucking. He's got hollow bones. I don't know. I didn't make the fucking character. Ask Marvel. Yeah. Ask Stan Lee when you see him. Yeah. Fucker. I don't know, but I love the character. He's lucky. He's from Mojo World. For those of you who are X-Men fans.
Nope.
Another character. Yeah, wasn't there a character in Deadpool 2 who was her whole thing was just luck?
Shatterstar. Well, yeah, that was Domino was that character, but Shatterstar was also from Mojo World. He even says it in the movie. I'm from Mojo World. And I think Shatterstar is Longshot's father or something like that. So, of course, I lost my shit when I saw Shatterstar. I was like, oh, fuck it, because I like Shatterstar, too. Pretty much like all the characters that come from Mojo World. They're all awesome. Because Mojo's pretty fucking sweet. Mojo 2 is pretty fucking sweet. And what was the chick that had, 4 arms? She had, 3 arms coming out of one side and 1 arm out of the other.
I don't even remember that.
Or no, there was a chick that had 6. No, she had 6 arms. That was somebody else I'm thinking of. But yeah, there was a chick with 6 arms. She was a sword dancer. She was pretty cool. Mojo World was awesome. Anytime they went to Mojo World, I was happy. And in fact, in the Genesis X-Men game, coming out of Mojo World was one of the coolest parts of the game. Because you got trapped in the Mojo World, and then you would get through Mojo World because it was just a side-scrolling platformer. So after you got through the end of Mojo World, there was a shimmery portal that looked like the Danger Room. And you'd jump up into it, and then the game would just stop. It wouldn't freeze or anything like that. The area would still be active and stuff like that, but your character would there was just nothing for you to do. And my buddy had a Genesis and he got the X-Men game and he played it all the way up to that point over and over and over again. And then he would turn it off and, go and do other stuff. But one day he decided he wanted to play it multiple times in a row because he's just really into it. So he figured what I'm going to do is when I get to the Mojo World thing, I'll go into the exit and then I'll just reset. Well, that's the secret. Once you get to that point, you have to reset the Genesis. And then it runs you through a reboot screen almost, where it just runs text up through the screen, and then it takes you into the stage select screen. That's how you get out of Mojo World in that game. You have to reset the system. He's like, I couldn't fucking believe
something new today.
He's like, I couldn't fucking believe it when I got there and I reset, and then it let me go on with the game. I'm like, that's fucking amazing. He's like, that's so cool.
See, I feel like you couldn't do that anymore just because it would just be, it'd just be on the internet. You wouldn't have to figure it out.
But there's no, there's no reset button on an Xbox.
Well, that too. But I just mean as far as you can't hide things in games very well without, because they'll just be found out within an hour of it getting released and then pushed everywhere.
Well, that's what I do with Destiny. Whenever they put up a new exotic weapon quest and it's go find a bunch of feathers, I'm like, where are they? Then I go look it up. Because I'm not going to search around for it. And then when you start finding them and you see where they put them, you go, yeah, fuck that. I'd have never found this shit. One of them was...
the skulls in Halo.
Yeah, one of the fucking things, it was feather on top of a pillar right next to where, just to the right of where you spawn in. I would have spawned into that zone and searched everywhere except that building. And that would have been the last place I'd have fucking looked. And I'd have been like, I can't fucking believe it's right here. I would have been so wicked fucking pissed from that I'd have probably quit playing Destiny again. So it's a good thing that everything goes online because I can quit games a lot faster nowadays.
Yeah. I just don't have enough patience for Destiny. I tried it or Destiny 2 and it's just I don't want to grind at Halo.
Dude, it's I don't play it for the grind because I'm at the point where I've plateaued. My grind is over at this point. But it's so easy. And it's so fun because it's so easy. Cyberpunk has kind of taken over that spot. It's a lot more fun because it's a lot more easy because you get wall hacks with guns and shit like that. But Destiny's just so goddamn easy. It's just too much fun. It's fun to run around like a god, just slay everything. So every once in a while, I get in a mood where I just want to do that, and I wind up playing Destiny again.
Fair enough.
And that lasts for as long as it lasts, and then I go, okay, fuck Destiny for a while, and I stop playing other shit. I just went through that cycle recently.
See, I just end up playing Star Fox 64 when I get in that mood. Just because that's
that is a fun
obviously
game.
That's my game.
I loved Star Fox. Yeah, that was a blast. Not as good as Shadowrun for the Super Nintendo. Nothing's as good as Shadowrun for the Super Nintendo. That was a fucking great game. All right. Well, I think I'm going to call this a very successful test. I think I've figured out kind of some of the bugs that need to be ironed out. First of all, we need to not talk during the intro. Wait to rewatch the intro. But we need to not talk during the intro. That has to be the first thing. I need to go, okay, we're going live. Everybody shut up. And then, and then after that, we need to figure out a way. I guess not really. Because I'm going to be calling out people's names for turns and stuff like that. But we have to figure out a way to know who people are. That I got to figure out. And that I don't know how it's going to happen. Because that always worked best on like...
well, how many people can use cameras?
I could.
Well, it's a question of whether people want to. And that's entirely up to you guys.
Yeah.
Hey. You know what I mean?
I don't want to run a camera if no one else is going to do that. Yeah. That'd be weird.
I'm going to do it, like I said, because I'm going to be making rolls. So I'm going to have my half a box top from the Jumpstart kit that I'm going to be rolling dice in. And I'll show them to the camera and shit like that. But, yeah, that was what was always coolest about, like, Google Hangouts. Was light up the little pictures for everybody. And I don't know how I can replicate that at all.
I mean, we could do Skype, I guess. That does the same thing.
Well,
I don't know. I like this look.
Can't you do that in here?
What do you mean?
In Discord, can't you do that in Discord?
I mean, I would have to put the Discord up on top. Right now, the Discord screen is underneath my screen. So the Discord is here. So, I mean, yeah, I could do that, but I would have to make the Discord screen much, much bigger. And then, like...
Gotcha.
Do it kind of like that, I guess. Or maybe like here. Something. And then I don't know. Somebody say something.
Well, I'm watching the stream, but there's such a lag.
Well, yeah, it's going to be a couple of seconds before it comes up, but yeah, people's names are lighting up when they talk now, so.
Oh, there you go. Is there a way you can just like zoom in on just the section where it shows the usernames and it lighten up?
Here, let me see. Let me see which one is. That's Ren. That's Red. Rex, not Red. And then we'll do the tech. Oh, I just do that. Okay.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Yeah.
And then I'll do this like so. Kind of close up Ducky a bit. And
then there you go.
The net runner picture down.
See, that works.
Kind of close that up a little bit. And then we'll expand this some. Move it. Yeah, and then that way we'll have to see what it looks like when everybody's here. But maybe go like that. Maybe put this over here just so it kind of covers that superfluous goofiness. Put that up there. It sucks that you guys are seeing this like 5 minutes after I fucking say what I'm doing, but
Yeah.
All right, that looks a little bit better, I think. Maybe I don't know if I expand Ducky out too much more.
There you go.
Yeah, we'll have to see. I mean, we'll have to get all 6 of us in the room at the same time to really space it out with Ren's name underneath Rex Fox. But yeah, I mean that's
There you go.
Yeah, at least that way we can kind of see who's talking. Yeah. See, this is why we do this.
Nah, it was smart to do it.
Fuck it, we'll do it live.
Yeah, fuck it, we'll do it live.
Yeah.
2, the best is Casey Kasem bitching about his fucking promos when he's like, it'll be on at 2 a.m. And he goes, 2? What 2? It's ponderous, man. It's just ponderous. He gets all pissed off. That is some funny shit. But yeah, there we go. And then I can see who the hell it is that's talking. I don't have to try and remember everybody's voice. You all have the same voice.
Oh, you'll get it eventually.
Yeah, eventually I would. I know that was Bear that said that. Now I know. Now you guys can't fuck with me anymore.
We'll all just talk at the same time.
Yeah.
Now you all have to talk at the same time. But now I'm kind of recognizing voices, so I knew that was you, Ducky. Yeah. All right. Yeah, it's almost 8. We've been on for an hour just goofing around. And now that we've got, I mean, I like this setup. If everybody else is cool with this setup, maybe we'll put this like over here so that it kind of, we'll have a space between you guys and me because there's always a space between mortals and gods. Since I am the god of my little world, then there we go. Yeah. I like that. That actually looks really good with the names over there, and then everybody can kind of reference that, and then everybody will see exactly what everybody looks like in their little picture, except for Rex because he's not facing us. He's very shy. And then, yeah, that's a damn good setup. I like it. Is there some way I can save this? I'll have to look and see, or else I'll just leave it like this forever. Whatever. Or I'll have to rebuild the thing. It didn't take long to build it in the first place, so.
Is this all OBS?
Yeah, it's all through OBS. I love this OBS, dude. This is it's so easy to use. Like, you just go to the little sources thing and you add something. You go, I want to add fucking this. And then you pick up the picture. You go to the browser, you pick up a picture, and you go, bow. There we go. Bam. Look at that. Fucking rocker boy. Large as life. And then you just do this kind of shit and go, bam, look at that. And you want to get rid of it, you just go, fuck that thing, I don't need that anymore, and you just get rid of it. And in about 5 minutes, you guys will see what I did.
Yeah, man, how many swords do you have?
How many what?
Swords do you have? I've never seen the full
How many
background.
Swords do I have?
Yeah.
Well, there's those 3 up there. And then, let me turn the... We'll have to see. I have to wait and see, because I'm aiming in the camera at something, and...
Yeah, just the rocker boy full picture's just showing up now, so it's going to be a second.
Yeah, just now showing up.
Alright, I looked behind me and I pointed at the swords. Yeah. And now I'm picking up the camera and turning it around to hopefully the sword rack. Right? Down there at the bottom, you can see the Buster Sword from Advent Children. Right? That's the sword rack. That isn't even really all of them. And then in the closet that I have over there, I've got fucking dozens and dozens more. I'm not sure if any of you guys are familiar with Kit Ray. It's going to be 5 minutes before I'm going to see if I'm even in frame now. I'm not sure if you're familiar with Kit Ray, but he does like fantasy pictures, like artwork, and then they always have like swords in them, right? It'll be like some hot chick fighting some demon, and then the hot chick will have a sword. And I think I have every single one of the swords of the Ancient. I don't know if he's added any in the past like decade or so. I stopped buying swords a long time ago, but I had like every Kit Ray sword there was. I still have them. They're all in the closet. Like they're big and bulky and hard to display. You certainly can't display them on a rack because their blades are very funky angles. But yeah, I've got, I think all told I have like a little bit over 200.
Damn.
Yeah. That was my hobby.
Wow.
Fucking 18 until like...
Just collect swords.
Yeah, just collected swords, man. I loved it. I was big into it. And I know how to use them, too. Like, I did combat training with boffer weapons, so...
So what's your company's policy on carrying swords?
What's that?
Make it. I said, what's your company's policy on carrying swords?
My company's policy? I believe they have a no sword policy. I believe we're not allowed to carry weapons in the building.
Yeah, you should ask your boss that tomorrow.
I am, however, allowed to have pretty much whatever I want in my car, and I do have a little club. Like, it's a little metal club that the handle unscrews from the club part, and then you can pull out a sword, and then you can screw the handle back into the club part, and you have a short spear with a sword on the end of it. So
that's cool.
I do have. I'm always armed in one way or another. Just So
see, now I'm almost off my crutches, and I'm about to need a cane, and I'm really tempted to buy a sword cane.
Sword canes are nice. I have a couple of canes that I used for LARP characters when I was LARPing a lot.
Nice.
I had one character I played. He was a blind swordsman. I decided I wanted to fucking do that shit because it would be fun. And he just walked around with a cane. Like, I just bought a cane, and I would walk around with a cane with my eyes closed, and I had somebody that guided me. Of course, I could still see. I just kind of half slit my eyes, and I could see and stuff. But, you know what I mean? And he was a blind fucking swordsman. He had a sword in that cane.
Nice.
Yeah, I thought that was kind of fun. I never pulled out the sword. I went that whole game and never had to fight anybody, which was pretty awesome. That's usually what I like to do. But yeah.
Have you ever fenced?
Huh? Oh, I've done fencing before.
Fencing?
Yeah, I've done fencing before. I don't like fencing as much because my knees are not as good anymore as they used to be. So fencing fucks with me a lot. But yeah, I made myself a little buffer weapon rapier, and I used to use that with people, and God, it pissed people off. Because I would always thrust for their face, and we're not supposed to hit each other in the head. And I know we're not supposed to hit each other in the head, and I never hit anybody in the head with it, but I would always thrust at people's face. Like, I was a motherfucker to fight. Like, especially in large field battles where there would be, a couple dozen of us out there fighting, because people throw javelins and shit like that, and if there's a javelin on the ground, I'm going to kick it at you. You know what I mean? So I would do that shit like that all the time, and people would flinch, and I'd run in and kill them. Like, I was almost unbeatable one-on-one. Almost. There were people that were better than me, but it took somebody who had been around and doing it for years to beat me. I was almost unbeatable one-on-one. In groups, however, I was the first one to get killed in the back every fucking time. But, dude, there was one game where the fact that I was almost unbeatable one-on-one really played into my advantage, because we were doing a huge woods battle, and it was a big event, and we had like 4 different kingdoms all pulled up into Cleveland for it. And we're out in the woods, and we're fucking around, and they had one guy who was playing like a really powerful necromancer, and he had been able to take control of the 5 wyverns that protected the realm. And so we were trying to kill him before all of the wyverns killed us, right? So there were unstoppable people that were walking around just kind of slaughtering people, and they were the wyverns. And then there was the necromancer, and then he would raise up dead people. So whenever somebody died, he would raise them, and they would be his servant. So he would go around and kill people and then raise them up. So he had a good army of about 15 people, and he was just walking around slaughtering everybody. Like, it was so destined for him to win this fucking thing. And then here I show up, and I was walking around with about 2 or 3 other people. And then a herald had showed up with a whole bunch of souls that she was walking back to purgatory. And the herald decided to allow us to hide within the souls so that we could walk past the necromancer and his army unscathed. And I said, you guys have fun with that shit. I'm a fucking warrior. So they all went, okay, well, you have fun with that shit. We're going to fucking survive. And I said, well, you're getting into a large group of dead people to go and survive another large group of dead people, so you have fun with that. I'm going to sit here and fight. So, and I'm like, plus, in an out-of-game sense, I'm here to fight, so, like, fuck you. I'm going to go fight. It's a large group of people. Fuck it. I'll see you guys in a minute when I'm dead. I'll catch up. So... or else I'll get raised, and then you'll all be fucked. So I'm sitting there, and they all leave, and I'm screaming at the necromancer, come fight me, bitch, right? So he looks at one of his dudes and goes, go kill him. Sends one guy after me, right? So we square off, and I beat him. And then he goes, motherfucker, he goes, you, go kill him, right? Sends out another one dude, and I beat him. And then he looks at the guy who trained me to fight, Knife Shoe, my mentor. And he says, Knife Shoe, kill him. And Knife Shoe looked at him. It was actually kind of funny. Knife Shoe looked at him, and he said, if this were any other game and in any other way, I would tell you to go fuck yourself. And then he came to fight me. And Knife Shoe took my leg before I killed him. So there I am with one leg, and I'm still screaming at the fucking necromancer. And he goes, you. I swear to Christ, if you don't shut him up, I'm going to kill all of you and start over again. And then, so you thought 3 people against me, and they surrounded me and killed me in like 2 hits. Because I suck in groups. I'm almost unbeatable one-on-one, but in groups I suck. So, yeah. That was a fun one. That was a really fun event. I had a lot of fun in that. But yeah, anyways, so, oh yeah, I planned to end this like 10 minutes ago. I think everything looks great.
It happens.
I think
it looks good.
Yeah, I'm happy.
I like it.
I'm super excited, man. I can't wait to start running you guys through this story. I mean, I'm just going over it over and over and over in my head day after day after day. Ugh, I can't wait. So, is there the same every other week restriction with Thursday nights?
I'm good Thursday nights.
Like I'm good Thursday night? Every Thursday night?
As far as I know.
I can for the most part do Thursday nights. Unless something comes up.
Any Thursday night. So like we could do this weekly if we wanted to?
We could do it weekly as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah. As long as it's 7 or after, I'm good.
Alright, cool. So I definitely want to check with Ren because of the time zone thing, and we are saying, hey, we're starting at midnight every week at Thursday. I don't know if he's going to be like thrilled with that, or he might be like, I thought this was every other week. I don't know. He might also at the same time, Ren might be like, fuck yeah. So we'll have to find out. But then, do we want to say next week, session 1?
I'm down.
Next week, Thursday, same bat time, same bat channel.
Yeah.
All right, then it's official. Everybody's heard it here. We'll let Ren know what he's doing.
What do we need to have ready for that? Just the character sheets?
You need the character sheets in whatever form you're going to use them, be it PDF file or hard copy or whatever you're going to do, or handwritten fucking whatever, and either a pencil or whatever cursor you're using on your computer, if you're using a computer-based whatever to keep track of your stats. That's it. That's all you need. You don't even need dice. I got dice. I can roll dice for you guys. If you have your own dice, I'm willing to trust you until you oddly succeed at everything. And I'm not going to trust you.
20 every time.
Yeah, every time you fucking roll exactly what you need. It's so odd. So, yeah, like, beyond that, really, just you and whatever you want to use. And like I said, I will be keeping hard copies of all of you guys' character sheets. I already have them all laid out with your names on them and everything. So
I wonder if there's like an online like thing you could do in OBS where you could have virtual dice on the screen.
That was another thing I was going to look at. If we do that, then I will probably... Where would I put that? I'll probably put that like in a corner up here on my screen because I've got just a whole bunch of air there for like no reason.
I don't know. I want to see that air.
So I'll probably like where my AC is. I'll probably like stick that in there. That'll be my little side thing. If I can find one that I can fit in there, then yeah, that'll probably be what I do with that. But I do like the idea of that too, because then I don't have to bother with the box top and all that shit.
Yeah.
So, but I'll have to look for that. I'll have to look and see if I can find a program that'll fit nicely like that. I'm sure there is one. But anyways, so yeah, everybody who came to watch, Poisonous Nut, my flock, of course, Brendan Stubbs, all of you guys, thank you for coming to watch. Of course, the 5 of you guys are watching too, so that's everybody.
Oh, there's 8 now.
So, do you have He-Man sword? No, I never got the He-Man sword replica. There is a He-Man sword replica though, and I did want to get it at the time, but I never got.
What about William Wallace?
Oh, that's just a bastard sword.
Do you have the
straight bastard sword? I don't have one though.
Do you have the flame polished Halo sword?
No, I didn't get that one either, but I really did want to get that too. And I also wanted to get the sword from WoW, the Ice Dude sword. I never played WoW. I wanted to get his sword because it looked fucking badass. But like, I don't. Have you ever seen the movie Hero, the Jet Li movie?
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
I have his sword. Has anybody seen the movie Ultraviolet? I have that sword.
Yes, that's a cool one too.
Yeah, just the straight edge one. I have a bunch of. I have like a Pirates of the Caribbean sword. It's just a standard basket hilt rapier, or not rapier, but
This is the one where the guy says, "I'm surprised it's not made of wood."
Yeah, no, but it's got like the gold coin from the first movie inlaid in the hilt or in the
that's
scabbard.
cool.
So I got that. God, what other movies? I have 2 different Buster swords. I have just a normal Buster sword that just looks like a normal Buster sword. And then I have the one from Advent Children that it's like 4 different swords that kind of fold into each other and make one big giant sword. Nice. But I've got like a Gladius. I've got all manner of katanas. Like I have a katana that the bladed edge is not where it normally would be. It's on the back side of the sword. So it technically curves the opposite way. I have one of those. I've got all manner of little ninja toe and shit like that. I like some things I bought because I cared about how they looked, and other things I bought because they looked cool at the time, and then I got them, and I was like, man, it's just kind of a basic sword, but whatever, it's cool. And so I mean, I just got swords, man. I just got fuck tons of swords. The ones that are up there, that is the set from Kill Bill. That's Bill's sword, the bride's sword, and Bud's sword.
Oh, that's cool.
And they all have like the inscription in it. Like Bud's sword has, to the only man I ever loved. To Bud, the only man I ever loved, Bill. Like it says that inscribed on the top part of the blade, bottom part of the blade. And then the bride's blade has the lion, and Bill's blade has the demon head, the Oni head. Yeah. And I put Tobin's Spirit Guide, for those of you who might notice. I put Tobin's Spirit Guide up there behind my canopic jar and my statue of Anubis. Because I thought that looked cool.
Yeah, it's too small to see.
That's fun.
Yeah, but that's the red thing behind it all.
Oh, I got you.
And it's next to my Chinese magic disappearing box that I got when I worked at a costume shop and I did the magic.
Nice.
Yeah, I have a really funny magic trick story. I went to this fucking bar for a buddy of mine's birthday party, and I was working at the costume shop, so I was doing magic. And I'm like, well, I'm going to a bar for my buddy's birthday party. Of course, I'm going to do my best trick. And my best trick was, like, it's 3 cards. You show them to the person, and you say, now take the middle card out of the 3 cards and just lay it flat down on the table. So, okay, they lay it out. And I go, okay, you see 2 cards left. You put the cards down, and then I have like a little wallet. It's just a big flat fold-out wallet. And I would say, all right, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make that card jump from the table into the wallet. And then you slam the wallet down on the card, and then you open up the wallet, pull out the card, card's inside of the wallet, right? The trick of it is, that's not really the trick. The trick of it is, well, what do you do with the card that's fucking still underneath the wallet? Nothing. Because then when they when the person who's watching picks up the wallet and goes, well, what is that card? And smiles like they gotcha. You go, I don't know, turn it over. And it winds up being like the ace of fucking diamonds or some shit, some totally different card. And they go, what the fuck? I had some chick, I went to my buddy's birthday party. This chick's like, I want to see a magic trick. So I showed her my magic trick. But when I slammed the wallet down, I was a little bit drunk. So it slid on the table, and the card poked out immediately from underneath the wallet. And she started laughing, and she's like, you fucked it up. And I'm like, did I? And she's like, yeah. And I'm like, well, let's just do the trick anyways. And I opened up the wallet, and I go, well, there's the card. Is that the card? She goes, yeah, that's the card. What's that card? And I go, pick it up. And she looked at me and went, no. And I said, seriously, pick it up. And she went, fuck that. And she got up and left. What? She fucking full on walked out of the bar and went home. Refused to pick up still didn't pick up the card. My buddy leaned over and went, I'll pick it up. And he picked it up and dropped it and went, wow, that's cool. Yeah, she said, fuck this, and just left. Apparently I am magic, and she was scared of me. I don't know. But she didn't want to pick that card up. There was no fucking way. I don't know if she thought it was roofied or something. Fucking if I know, but she wasn't doing it.
Roofie a card.
Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea what her thought process was, but she was not touching that fucking card, and she was done. She was done for the night. No. That was the funniest magic trick I've ever performed. It was when the chick left and didn't even see the trick. But yeah.
See, now I want to know how it's done.
Do you? I'll tell you.
Yeah?
Magic.
Oh.
That's how it's done. I never tell people how I do tricks. I've never in my life told anybody how I do any of the tricks. And every trick I do, you can buy at a store. And I still won't tell people how they're done. I've had other people tell me how I do the tricks, and I go, nope, you're wrong. And they go, dude, I have that trick. And I go, I don't give a fuck how you have your trick. How you do your trick is how you do your trick. How I do my trick is how I do my trick. And then how I do my trick. And then they start going, well, what do you do? And I go, I don't tell my tricks. That's first of all. What I do differently is nothing. Not one fucking thing. They have the same trick as me. But nevertheless.
They don't know that.
They don't know that. Because it's magic. Magic.
Man, all right. I'll never forget. There was a kid when I was in high school who came in like our, I don't know, sophomore year or something like that. Brand new kid, knew magic. Was really good at magic.
Yeah.
And everybody loved him for about 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And then all the magic tricks were done, and he immediately got cast back down to the kids who do magic.
Just that douche that does magic tricks.
He was that douche who does magic tricks, and that was like smarter than everybody else, at least as far as school was concerned. Like we had I remember we had this terrible math teacher, and during the final, only one person finished that final, and it was that kid.
With him,
and that did not help that kid out.
Yeah, jealousy gets you in trouble a lot. I'm learning about that every day at work.
Oh yeah.
Because I mean, dude, I learned that job in about 2 days, and I just immediately started working on refining it to working in that warehouse. And boy, one other person is not happy about that. So,
yeah.
The more praise I get, the more I get in trouble for silly things. So, whatever.
Yeah.
It shows me that I'm doing something right, as far as I'm concerned.
Yep. You ain't got to worry about, I'm assuming, her. You got to worry about your boss.
Nope. Don't have to worry about my coworkers, just my bosses. And they love me.
Yeah.
So
I'm running into a little bit of that. I did a bunch of fabrication stuff before I ended up switching jobs with the whole leg thing. And so now I do sales, and the guys in the shop do not like me telling them how to do things. Because, well, shit, when I was in the shop, I didn't like salespeople telling me how to do shit.
Yeah.
But they're slowly figuring out that I know what I'm actually talking about.
Yeah, well, you became a suit, dude. None of you guys know what the fuck you're talking about. And you should hold on to that for as long as you can, because in about 5-10 years, you ain't going to fucking know a goddamn thing either. But you're still going to do. All you fucking suits are the same.
Well, A, I don't wear a suit. But B,
none of them
do,
but
that's facts.
Yeah, well, yeah. My position slowly. Well,
there's no fighting it.
No, well, but that being said, I'm very rapidly moving halfway into the shop and halfway into the office because nobody knows how to run CNC shit.
That is not a bad place to be. If you can be hybrid, that's good. I like the hybrid people. But dude, they're either office fuckers, which generally is frowned upon, or carpet walkers. Which for some odd reason the carpet walkers really think is a major insult, so you can't really call them carpet walkers anymore. So I call them suits. You're all the fucking suits.
In my industry, it's khakis.
Well, I don't give a fuck what you're wearing. You're a suit.
Yeah, fair enough.
If you don't get the insult there, well, it's because you're a suit. Or if I have to be more specific as to what you're actually dressing, boy, isn't that a suit response.
Yeah, fair enough. No, I spent the last 6 years absolutely hating those guys, and now I'm one of them.
Yeah, dude, it sucks. I hope I never make that transition because I like being on the floor. Like, I want to be in a nice desk all by myself where I don't ever have to talk to anybody. I think that would be fantastic. But I want it to be out in the warehouse somewhere, and I just do inventory all day. That's my dream.
Oh, it's nice, but I was a manager for a while, and I hated it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so much happier on the floor.
Yep, been there, done that. Same thing. Hated it. Sucks.
Yeah, no, I actually like it better now that I'm in the office and on the floor because managing a bunch of people in the shop is fucking hard.
Mm-hmm. No, fucking, like, I went through the train the trainer class for tow motor operators. So in that class, you learn way more than you really need to know. And one of the little tidbits I learned is that at the time, I believe it was 86%. But 86% of accidents involving a pedestrian and a tow motor, the pedestrian is an office person.
Yeah.
Because the office people go out there not knowing the etiquette of being in a fucking warehouse, and they just do stupid shit. They jump out fucking in between racks and shit like that. They dig around and stuff. You never see them. And they walk up the middle of aisles and shit like that. They never stop and wait and check and see anything. So they're constantly getting hit. So every time there's fucking suits out in the warehouse, I'm like, God damn it. I hope none of them get killed.
See, yeah, that's how I feel like some of these guys were thinking of me until I just got out there with my hood and started welding shit.
Guarantee it, man.
Yeah.
Guarantee
I mean, I get it. I was on that side, and I fucking hated anybody who didn't. I mean, especially the sales guys, because a lot of the sales guys didn't know the industry, and they'd sign me up for shit that just.
Yeah, salespeople are the worst.
Yeah, I know. So I figured I'd join them. Fuck.
Yeah. Ugh. God. Yeah, if you can't beat them, which you can't, then I guess.
Well, for me, it was a lot of it was. Well, for me, a lot of it was I needed money, and I couldn't make money since I was injured.
Yeah, it's always.
So I had to. Well, I had to figure out another way to make money.
Yeah, exactly.
Without both legs, so it worked out.
Yeah, I mean, hey, can't argue with you about that, but you're still a fucking suit. I don't want to see you on the floor. And it's funny because I guess there's a rule at my plant that office people aren't allowed to just wander around out in the warehouse. Like they have designated areas, and I'm like, that's awesome.
That's great. Shit, man.
But that doesn't stop them from fucking coming out for the past 2 or 3 days straight. Like there's a chick that they've been walking around with. She's like 7 feet tall. Yeah. And they've been walking her around the warehouse constantly the past 2 days, and every time they're out, I'm like, motherfuck, what are you guys doing out here?
Oh God, you should try it on job sites. You got those those fucking architectural intern chicks and stuff.
Idiots walking around.
Yeah. Yeah, it's even better when you have the safety people trainees, because they've got something to prove to their boss.
Yeah. Oh yeah. People with something to prove. My Flock coming in with a super chat. Thank you very much.
Oh shit!
You see that 11? You made 9 cents today.
Right?
Fat cash. I'll be like YouTube and pay you when you get to $100. Maybe you'll make $100 a year like I do.
Maybe one day.
Maybe. All right. God damn it. I fucking half an hour ago said I was getting off. I'm getting hungry now.
You sure?
No, we're not letting you leave.
Yes.
Eat some jelly beans.
We are, and fuck you with a jelly bean. I'm gonna eat these candy corn.
Eat the candy corns. Go to the candy corn.
Fuck your candy corn.
You want to see the candy corn? You want to see the candy corn? There's the fucking candy corn. All right.
All right, we'll see you in about 5 minutes.
Yeah, fuck you. We're done.
Yeah, right.
I'll see you in 5 minutes. I ain't even worried about it.